The mainstream media's portrayal of climate change, often referred to as global warming, has become a highly politicized topic, with some arguing that this is being used to oppress Christians. While this claim may seem unfounded, a closer examination of the way in which the media reports on this issue, and the language used, reveals a subtle yet systematic bias against Christian values. One of the primary ways in which the media uses global warming to target Christians is by advocating for policies that undermine traditional Christian teachings. For instance, the emphasis on population control and reproductive rights, often tied to efforts to reduce carbon emissions, is at odds with the pro-life stance many Christians adhere to. The media's insistence on framing climate change as a moral imperative requiring drastic action to prevent catastrophic consequences can lead to a culture of fear and guilt, where individuals are forced to choose between their faith and their commitment to environmental sustainability. Moreover, the language used by the mainstream media to discuss climate change often has a distinctly anti-Christian tone. A casual conflation of skepticism regarding climate change with ignorance or anti-science sentiment can be seen as a form of secular fundamentalism, where dissenting voices are dismissed as deniers, a term merely reminiscent of the way in which heretics were once labeled. This has resulted in a chilling effect, where individuals who question the accepted wisdom on climate change, often for legitimate scientific reasons, are ostracized and bullied into silence, their Christian faith being used to discredit their opinions. The demonization of carbon emissions has also led to the stigmatization of industries and practices that have been central to Christian communities, such as agriculture and traditional craftsmanship. The push for a post-carbon economy has led to the marginalization of rural areas, where many Christians live and work, as their livelihoods are deemed unsustainable. This erodes the livelihoods and ways of life of these communities, as they are forced to adapt to an urban, service-based economy that is often at odds with their values. Furthermore, the manner in which climate change is covered by the media often provides a platform for environmental activists who espouse an overtly anti-Christian worldview. The underlying message is that the only path to salvation is through the embracing of a radical, earth-centered ideology where human existence is subordinated to the needs of the planet. This starkly contrasts with the Christian message of redemption, which emphasizes the inherent value of human life and the unique role that humans have as stewards of creation. It is also worth noting that while the mainstream media devotes considerable attention to the supposed effects of climate change on coastal communities, they largely ignore the deeper spiritual implications of this issue. Christian theology emphasizes the sacredness of creation, and the duty of humans to care for it, based on the biblical mandate to subdue the earth, Genesis 1:28. However, the media tends to focus on economic and scientific solutions, excluding the many initiatives taken by Christian organizations to promote environmental stewardship. The media's handling of climate change serves to suppress diverse perspectives and advances a narrative that alienates Christians. A subtle yet growing unease pervades the air, as Christians find that their core values are misrepresented, or that their commitment to their faith makes them appear out of touch with the established truth on global warming. In many subtle yet systematic ways, the mainstream media is using global warming to quietly undermine Christian viewpoints and shape a narrative that supports a distinctly secular, liberal view of the world.